Hi everyone, welcome to Quantum AEM Academy. Today we are going to discuss about AEM Sling Models, where we are going to create a component. Inside that we will be having first name and last name dialog fields, and we will fetch them inside AEM Sling Models. Like first name and last name, we will be fetching into AEM Sling Models, and we will return them as a full name. Like we will be concatenating first name and last name, and we will be returning it as a full name in using Sightly. So we will display it using Sightly in AEM. So we will go to CRXD first. This is my project. I've created using AEM Archetype 24. So that by default there are some components came. So I will be using hello world component as of now. I will be copying this hello world component, and we will be creating our own component where we give first name and last name as a input fields, and we will fetch them into AEM Sling Models. So I will be copy pasting. In other videos I will be explain about like how do you create a component and how do you create a dialog inside AEM. Okay, as of now just we will try to learn about AEM Sling Models only. So I will be giving this name as custom component, and so these custom components I have copied. So this is having component group my project content, so we can directly access into the page. Inside that my project content, right, we will be having our component. I guess about component group. Like it will group all the components using this name. I will show this again later point of time. And this is allow world component, right? Our custom component, I will give the name as custom component and save it. And we have to have two fields, right? First name and last name. So I will be using this text only. This is a text field, so that we can give first name as input and also last name. So I will be copying that and pasting that out. So I will rename this as a first name, this node as first name. I'll keep it smaller case for all of them. And for this one I will be keeping last name. So I'm saving, and first name, and this field label should be first name, and we will store this in first name field, first name variable, let's say. So you have to name it according to that. And for last name I will be giving last name as field label. Okay, we have created a dialog. There we have two fields, first name and last name. Right? Whenever we are giving name property to one dialog field, then it will store inside that last name field only. Like it will create a variable last name, and it will store the value, whatever the value we will give it in the dialog field. In that field, it will store. So first name and last name we have created, and we have some HTML. I will be renaming this HTML to custom component, uh, custom component dot html. And as of now I will be removing everything because we have copied it. So we have created, we will test this component, like we are able to get this component on the page or not. So this is a page. I will refresh this page. Anyway, this component group, right, already enabled on this template, so I can get all the components inside that group. So my project content group, we have custom component. Yes, this is a custom component. So we are not able to see the custom component. One second, let me check about this. uh, okay, why we are not able to see, I will give some value here. H1 test, H1. Let me refresh this page. So this is a test, this is our component. We are able to see this component now. So inside this only, what we are going to do, we are going to display first name and last name. We will combine first name and last name in the backend, and we will get the full name. So we will display full name in a rh3, like full name. So this we need to get it through backend. So this we will do after some time. In the backend we have to code it. So this is our component full name. Nothing is coming out. So we are able to see the dialog field. We have to check that yeah, first name and last name. We are able to see whenever we will give first name and last name, and we if we submit this has to as a full name, it should come onto the HTML, right? So this is the field names. Like first name I will be giving Mark, and last name will be Anthony, let's say. So if I submit, nothing is coming out because we don't but those first name and last name are getting stored under our component. If you go to this page path, go to this page path, and if you see that under root container, what is our component name? Custom component. Under that, last name Anthony and first name Mark. Okay, first name and last name, these are the values whenever we are creating component, right? So whenever we are going to create a component, and we are sorry, whenever we are going to create a dialog field, we are naming it using first name, and for the last name we are giving last name. So that is getting stored as a variable, like first name string Mark and last name Anthony. So these values we need to fetch it in the backend, and we have to build and deploy, and we have to access them here. We can use data like use sightly data like use, and we can include that AEM Sling models. So before that we will try to write a Sling model first. I will be creating one more Sling model here. So we will be creating class that is we will give it as full name, class name. Yeah, we have created one Java normal Java class, and we have to give annotations. Like whenever we are creating AEM Sling model, we have to annotate with model. Whenever you are using at the rate model, right, this Java class act as a Sling model. Whenever you are using at the rate model, this Java class act as a Sling model. So model, and we have to I will tell you, like we have to give some more properties here. Before that, I will be importing this model. This is from Sling Models annotations, and I have imported it, and it is asking for like the properties, and then I must define the attribute adaptables. It should define adaptables from which you are adapting this Sling model to. So adaptable equal to resource dot class. So So this is Sling API. So resource dot class. Whenever you are giving adaptable equal to resource dot class, this Java class will adapt to this resource. Means in the backend, what will happen? This resource, like whatever we have stored, right, custom component, it will store as a resource. This is a resource. So in the backend, there are so many APIs and services will run through this at the rate model or annotations, and we are adapting it to resource. So it will adapt it to resource, so that through that we can fetch those values like first name and last name using annotations inside Sling models. So I will give you one we need to fetch first name and last name, right? So if you give at the rate inject, and I am declaring that variable as first name, string first name. So you have to import this inject from javax inject. So this is get injected. So what happens now? First name getting injected, whatever the name here we are storing, right? This should be same as this name. Sorry, here we are using all our small letters only. So we have to use all small letters only. So first names, through this we will be injecting first name into Sling models. So this value by default available into AEM Sling model, right? So same way we will inject um, last name. So private string last name. So these two fields will come into AEM Sling model. So there is a method called post construct. So it is like protected void. So in it, you can give any name to it. So this is a method. What is the use of post construct? So you are injecting first name and last name. These two values will pick it from the AEM resource, this component, right? So first name and last name. So after these two getting injected only, by default, this method will execute. Okay, because whenever you are writing some logic or anything, right? Before that only, this object should be initialized first name like whenever you are trying to fetch the values, right, first name should have some value. It should not be null or something like that. So for that, what happens whenever you are giving at the rate post construct, after all the injections are done, like these fields getting initialized using those values in the front end, like first name and last name, those two values already initialized, now post construct will execute. So this is for safer side, like if all the values getting initialized, then only do some operations. For that reason we have post construct. Okay, so we can do like we have to store it in some value, right? Like one, any string like full name we have to store it. So I am creating one more field calling private string full name. So inside this full name, this dot full name equals to, I am concatenating. I am just concatenating using normal plus symbol. We can use some methods also. First name dot concat to last name. Uh, Sorry, as of now, I'm using plus symbol to concatenate. That concat methods and all will be available for string builder and string buffer. So I am concatenating first name and last name, and this is a full name. Now this full name we need to access it in the AEM sitely, right? So for that we need to have a getter. So in Eclipse we have generate getters and setters, and for full name we will be generating getter. So this getter, uh, I will be keeping it last, and I'm rearranging. So first name and concatenating last name, and we are giving full name. So full name we have to access it in the HTML. So this is the Sling model, simple Sling model, which takes first name and last name as an input, and it will return full name. So we have to build this project. So I am already in core. We can only build that bundle itself, not complete package. So for that we have mvn clean install p auto install bundle. So it will deploy into our local AEM server, so that we can check it here, like by refreshing this, and we have to check what time it got uh, deployed. So yeah, build is success. Yeah, now we will check. As of now 10:42. So I'll refresh. All the bundles are active and my project, see, 10:42. So this got deployed. Now this class is available for us to use it in our this HTML component. So uh, so for using that Sling model, we have slide data slide use, and we have to use some variable to store it. That is like which variable we will use it. Like it is a model, right? So full name model I will give. So equal to full name model inside. Sorry, we have to import first. We need to do, so this path we need to give here, right? So package, I am copying everything and I will be pasting it here. Dot the model name, which model it is, full name. Okay, I should have given full name model. Okay, it's okay, no problem. So full name, and so whatever the method we are going to call, that is available under full name model dot this method, like a full name, we can get the full name. So I'll show you, like this one only I'll copy here and I'll paste it here. and full name. What we are so we have to use dollar and these brackets and full name models dot full name, right? What is the variable name? Full name. So full name. So now we are able to see the full name. See, Mark Anthony. So what we have done, we have created two fields, and these two fields we have stored in some first name and last name variables. And in Sling model, what we have done, we have written a Sling model as basic simple Sling model where we have injected first name and last name, and we have stored it in full name. This full name we are accessing it in sightly, and by using data slide use full name model and this path to this model and full name model dot full name, that is like we are able to get it. Now I will change it to um, any other name, uh, we can give any name, any some uh, Amar, let's say Amar Anthony, something like that. So Amar Anthony. So this is the way we can create Sling model. Hope you got and hope you got enjoyed this video. Thank you.